This is how Corinna Kopf went from homeless, making $400 a week as a nanny.
I was making $400 a week. I was staying on my friend's boss's like spare room, and I had like 200 some bucks in my account.
To a multi-millionaire in just a few years.
Like I said, going from that, and then in 3 weeks making $3 million.
Once she moved to California to become an influencer, she coincidentally ran into David Dobrik at a concert.
I met David at this random show. We ended up being friends. I ended up hanging out with him in LA. And looking back on it, I had no, when he was vlogging, I didn't even know what vlogs really were.
At the time, David was a very successful vlogger who would post short vlogs with him and his friends.
We have successfully buried him in
No.
Let's not work today. Let's just have a good time.
Okay.
I actually made this myself. Are you guys in the mood for vlogs?
Eventually, David and Corinna became friends enough that David asked her to start recording with him. This is what initially got Corinna real exposure on the internet, being a part of a YouTube channel with tens of millions of views a month. From this point, she decided to start her own YouTube channel.
A lot of people started YouTube because they had a passion for YouTube and this is what they wanted to do. And when I first started it, it was kind of like all my friends were doing it and like I had the means to do it, so I decided to do it as well.
She now had her own apartment and even got a brand new car, which was a Porsche Boxer 718.
Here she is.
I can get into my front trunk.
I know we're in a different setting, but look at the back of her. She's so cute.
If you didn't know, this car can go for upwards of $80,000 brand new in 2018. So we can easily say that she has been making bread for quite some time. Now, although she really only made a YouTube channel because of her friends, she already had an Instagram that was doing relatively well. Again, nothing crazy like having millions of followers, but a few 100,000. On her Instagram at the time, she was posting somewhat fiery pics, understanding that she had a good body and a pretty face and wanted to take advantage of that, and obviously it worked out quite well for her. With this understanding, she was getting a lot of attention from dudes. Corinna had a very natural beauty to her, and she had not had much done to enhance her looks. But what she has done, she has been very open about. She talks about she gets her lips done as well as a small amount of Botox.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to get some injections, and honestly, I was debating making this video because I was like, do I really like care to share this with people? Because like they'll probably make comments, but I'm gonna just share it and put it out there anyways. I really like my lips right now, but I want to get them more evened. If you look at them closely, they're kind of a little bumpy. So I'm just getting a very, very, very little amount in my lips just to even them out, not to make them much bigger. And I'm also going to get Botox in my forehead.
After Corinna started to get more attention online, she wanted to be a little less frequent on David's vlogs and started working on her own stuff, her YouTube, IG, and streaming. Corinna started streaming Fortnite in 2018 on Twitch. Due to her connections in the community, she quickly assembled a large following there. She continued to grow her following further through multiple promotions. As well as she also participated in various Fortnite tournaments, including Fortnite the Pro-Am and E3. But not only that, she started collaborating with some of the biggest streamers in the world, including, just to name a few, Ninja, Marshmello, Tfue, and even Drake. She also played other games on the site, including PUBG, Minecraft, and generic slot games. However, despite the growth she received on Twitch, eventually hitting 1 million subscribers on the platform, it didn't stop her from running into controversies on the site. She would struggle to stay on the platform as she was getting banned for violating Twitch's terms of service because she was wearing clothes that were not appropriate. She had some pushback because she claimed she was not doing anything inappropriate, and there were a lot of other girls on Twitch that were wearing more revealing clothes than her and were not getting banned because of it. Obviously, she stayed banned and she decided to work out a deal with Facebook Gaming, and by doing so, signed an exclusive contract with them, which ultimately was not a great move as Facebook Gaming was pretty terrible. However, as you remember up top, one of the people she collabed with was Tfue, and after building a relationship on stream with Tfue, she ended up getting in a relationship with him.
What's up guys, welcome to another segment of my vlog. I already did this intro, but here we are doing boyfriend tag. This is my boyfriend, his name is Turner. He's a professional Fortnite player, and yeah, he streams on Twitch. If you guys want to go check him out.
I'm just a nerd and I'm only good at video games.
Yeah. I just like him for his PP and his wallet.
Which absolutely blew her up on the platform, as he was known as one of the best Fortnite players ever. Similar to David Dobrik, it gave her a ton of attention, especially from, again, that younger male audience. Now, ultimately, their relationship ended, but not without Corinna gaining a ton of new fans.
Why is the top comments on my TikTok today, Tifu messed up?
Wait, why do you actually feel like you messed up?
No, but it's my fault that we broke up.
Why?
Because I didn't want to do long distance, but he didn't want to like fly to me, basically. I was always going to him. I was like living in Florida, basically.
So he just didn't give a shit.
He just cared a lot about like streaming, which I don't blame him.
At this point, OnlyFans was relatively new. OnlyFans started in 2016, but it was not a popular site until COVID really kicked off in 2021, where the site blew up. Girls started posting nude photos behind a paywall, and the internet started blowing up with how much these girls were making from literally just taking photos of their body. It was a subscription-based model where you would pay whatever the girl set her monthly payment to, and it would automatically renew monthly. They could also post pictures or videos behind an additional paywall. So let's say on top of her $10 a month subscription, she could also post a video or some pictures for an additional $10 on her page. So now let's just do some quick math so you really understand how crazy the money can be. If a girl has, which is relatively small, 1,200 subscribers, just like I do on YouTube, that's where the number comes from, and she charges $10 a month, she is making $12,000 a month. But let's say now on top of that, right, just 1,200 subscribers, nothing super crazy. Now let's say that girl posts 2 videos behind an additional $7 paywall each, so a total of $14. And let's say only 300 of her fans get this. That now means she makes $4,200 additional dollars for the 2 videos and her monthly subscription, which means this chick is making $16,200. Now let's get back to Corinna for a second, but I want you to remember that. Now Corinna decided not to jump on OnlyFans right away. She already was making relatively good money on YouTube, and she really didn't feel like she needed to do OnlyFans. But as we know, she obviously decided to jump on the bandwagon after hearing stories like the one I just explained to you, which honestly benefited her, and she knows it. Because there was so much hype around her and so many guy fans asking her to please join OnlyFans, she made a little over $1 million in the first 24 hours. Now, it is clearly not possible to keep $1 million going every single day, but for the next 3 weeks, she was making $1 million a week. 3 weeks, $3 million, that is less than a month. But not only that, let's take that 1,200 followers and change it to her amount, which was 60,000 followers. And if you imagine her cost being $15 a month, that number gets really crazy. So obviously she's doing really well. Now, if we normally take a look, we don't get to see just how much somebody makes on their OnlyFans. However, David Dobrik made a short video about how much Corinna makes from her, quote, side hustle.
My friend Corinna, she's kind of had a side hustle going on that we all know about, but look how much she's made. I want everybody at home to please buckle in, because this makes me want.
And if we look at this screenshot, it's anywhere from $600,000 a month to a little over $1 million. Now, with all this money, one thing I think a lot of people think about is just wait until her body is bad. You know, she's wasted all of her money and she spent it on all these crazy things like Lamborghinis or Chanel bags. But something that's pretty interesting about Corinna is that she seems to have a pretty good sense and a pretty good understanding for money. Now, again, she does own Ferraris. She does own Lamborghinis, but she also talks about on Impulsive how she invests her money and how she puts it into stocks and crypto, etc.
But I mean, I have like a lot of Tesla, CCIV.
Yeah, didn't you buy Tesla?
Airlines.
When did you buy Tesla?
I bought the dip when the stock market crashed in 2020. I started buying it at like $90 a share.
Damn.
She also bought a ranch in Orlando, which we don't get to see a great look at, but that's obviously going to be a great investment for her down the line.